Afternoon, folks. How y'all doing today? Big change in the weather from the sunny and 70-something degrees we had yesterday. Man, gotta love this crazy Kentucky weather. I try not to talk about very much politics and whatnot in these videos, but today's gonna be a straight up rant video. The school shooting that happened in Nashville, Tennessee yesterday, absolute unbelievable act of pure cowardice by the man that did that. And yes, I'm gonna call him a man because that's what he was. They can call him transgender or whatever, and I'm probably gonna catch some heat over this, but I got news for you. He was born a man, and guess what? All the years that he spent trying not to be a man, he died the way he was born, as a biological male. You can call it that whatever you want, I don't care. I, for one, I'm tired of being in the 98% of the Americans that have to bend over backwards and watch what we say in order to appease the 2% of lunatics out there. It's getting ridiculous. And it needs to come to an end. And I got news for you. That man got exactly what he deserved. He broke into that school and murdered 6 innocent people for no reason whatsoever. Murdered, cold-blooded murder. And that could have been prevented. Did anybody see the video of how he got into the building? Well, if you didn't, let me go ahead and enlighten you. He did exactly what I have been telling everybody that a bad player with evil intentions will do to get into a school. He shot those nice, big, pretty plate glass windows out of the front doors and walked right in. You can take a rock and throw through one of those. They're useless. And have you ever been to a school that didn't have that type of front door? Yeah, me neither. That needs to change. And when the federal, state, and local authorities finally say, hey, we're not putting this type of glass in these doors anymore, school shootings go down. I can guarantee you that. Ain't got nothing to do with the gun. You prevent them from getting in, how are they going to use the gun? You put shatterproof, if you're going to use that type of door, that type of storefront for your school, you put shatterproof glass in it. It doesn't have to be bulletproof, shatterproof. Once he fires about 30 rounds into it and he figures out he ain't going to get in, he's going to get discouraged. And better yet, have an armed guard on the other side of that door, just in case he does get through. Drop him right there dead in his tracks. That's the quickest, easiest way to solve it. I know a lot of people out there, especially bleeding heart Democratic liberals, going to be, oh no, you can't do that. Well, I got news for you. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you need to, because that's what they're going to do to you first chance they get. And they're crying and screaming, oh, he used 3 assault-style weapons. No. I saw the pictures of the weapons, firearms that man used. Neither one of them was an assault-style weapon. Period. Neither one of them. He used 3 semi-automatic firearms. A handgun, a pistol caliber carbine rifle, and a semi-automatic modern sporting rifle, commonly known as AR-15. AR-15 does not stand for assault rifle. Never has, never will. That's a term that the demo libs come up with trying to scare people. AR-15, and look it up, it stands for Armor Light Model 15. It was made by John Stoner back in the 50s. It doesn't stand for assault rifle. Trust me, I've been around firearms all my life. I've shot them, I've used them. I'm ex-military, I'm a veteran. I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to firearms. These idiots out here that call a magazine a clip, that say an AR-15 is an assault rifle, those are the ones that you do not need to listen to in any way, shape, or form, in any capacity when it comes to firearms, because they know absolutely nothing about firearms. That man used a semi-automatic 9mm handgun, and from the picture I saw, it was more than likely, and I'm spitballing here, a Smith & Wesson M&P. And the reason I say it's probably a Smith & Wesson M&P is because one of the other firearms he used, a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 pistol caliber carbine. More than likely it was a 9mm. The reason I say that is because it has Smith & Wesson magazine sticking out of it, as did the modern sporting rifle that everybody wants to call an AR-15. It has Smith & Wesson magazine sticking out of the bottom of the magazine well as well. So if neither one of them was an assault style firearm, there is no such thing. A hammer is an assault weapon, people. Come on now. It's not the gun that does the killing. It's the intentions of the bad player, the mentally challenged player. And instead of this son of a bitch wanting to reach out and get the mental help he needed, he chose to take it out on innocent people. No excuse for that. But if they'd had shatterproof glass and an armed guard at the door, he wouldn't have killed the first person. I'm just saying. It's a tragedy. Never should have happened. I pray for the people that are affected by it, the victims and their families. And I promise you, I can't remember that man's name, but it will never come out of my mouth again because he does not deserve that honor. He deserves never to be mentioned, brought up, or even thought about ever again for what he did. As far as gun control, you can pass all the gun control laws you want to. Common sense gun control laws, assault weapon bans, bans on high capacity magazines, it doesn't matter. Gun control does not benefit anybody except the criminal. You take the guns out of the hands of the law-abiding citizens and you put them in the hands of the criminals with gun laws. You say what you can, think what you want, say what you want, you can cuss me, I don't care. Like I said, I've been around firearms all my life. I own firearms. Matter of fact, I've got one of your AR-15 rifles right now in my gun safe. I can go home right now and I can squash any argument that you want to come up with about guns kill people. Any day, anytime, I'll prove you wrong. Anybody. Because I can take either one of my firearms, either one of my handguns, either one of my rifles, either one of my shotguns. I can lay them out on the table, fully loaded with a round in the chamber, off safety, walk off and leave that gun laying there until it disappears into a pile of rust. Nothing left of it. And I can promise you, until somebody picks it up and pulls that trigger, neither one of my guns will ever kill anybody. So you can say guns kill people all you want to. That's total BS. Always has been, always will be. Once again, my heart hurts for the victims of Nashville, but it could have been prevented. If people would just step up and be willing to do what needs to be done. And I'm not talking about gun control. That ain't going to solve nothing. Look at Chicago. Chicago's got some of the strictest gun laws in the nation. How many people are murdered there in a weekend? It just proves that gun control does not work. You go to any Democratic-run city, they've all got strict gun control rules, laws. People are murdered every weekend. Look at Lexington here, right down the road. How many people are murdered there every weekend? We don't have strict gun control laws, but my God, what good does it do to enact them when the criminals just go out and steal whatever they want? That's what people don't understand about the gun control laws. Criminals do not care. That's the reason they're criminals. They don't care about any gun control laws. And the idiot that committed this atrocity in Nashville, pretty sure those guns were legally purchased. So there you got that. You want to talk about background checks? I've had to do a background check for every weapon I've ever purchased, every firearm I've ever bought, and I've got my concealed carry permit. They still do a background check on you around here. You still fill out the paperwork. So I don't know what y'all talking about common sense gun control laws. Need to do something about the mental capacity of these idiots that are doing this. It's not the guns. It's the people picking up the gun and pulling the trigger. That's the problem. That's what nobody wants to address. So you can pass all the gun control laws you want. None of them are going to do a damn thing to stop gun violence. If they can't use a gun, they're going to pick up a hammer. If they don't have a hammer, they're going to use a knife. They're going to use a rock. They're going to use a baseball bat. If somebody has intentions, evil intentions to kill, they're going to do it regardless. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. But I know stricter gun control laws aren't going to make a difference. I do know that for a fact. I know they were talking this morning in Connecticut, somewhere they passed strict gun control laws after Sandy Hook or whatever. Once again, that was a tragedy. Never should have happened. That idiot blasted his way through the front door. Once again, storefront windows. No protection whatsoever. You know, it's ridiculous. But anyway, I've been on here long enough. I've ran it long enough. I'm probably going to catch heat for this. I'm probably going to catch hate for this. I don't care. These are my opinions. I'm entitled to them, just like everybody else. Last time I checked, this is a free country. Guaranteed freedom of speech. I just exercised mine. A lot more people need to exercise their freedom of speech.